Hi guys, bonjour, ciao, annyeonghaseyo, hola. Welcome back to the Elegant Country Mom. I am Ilene, and in today's video we are going to be talking about summer hacks or mom hacks or life hacks for moms to help make life easier for us. And of course, with it's summertime, well, springtime, summer, 'tis the season for being outside and enjoying the beautiful weather. So anyhow, I have a few hacks to help make this beautiful season go a little bit smoother. So anyhow, tip number one is dress your babies in bright colors. There's nothing worse than going to a playground or having a play date, going to some public place with your babies, your kids, and they blend in. I would highly recommend dressing your kids in bright, bold colors. This is what I do this all the time. Like if I go to the grocery store, to the mall, or even to the playground, I will dress my kids in bright colors. It makes it so much easier to see them, and it just makes life a whole lot easier. If you have multiples, I have two, I will dress my girls in identical dresses or the same type of shirt, because that way you're looking for, it could be pink, for example, a bright pink dress on your two girls or whatever, and it just, they're so much easier to spot. You know, you have two kids, gotta look for two identical outfits. Yeah, it just makes it's a whole lot easier to see them. My tip number two is, when it gets hot, in this hot weather, we love eating cool treats. Kids love treats no matter what the season, but when it's hot out, we need to find a way to help our little ones cool down. And I realize as kids don't usually like drinking cold water. If they do, awesome, that's wonderful. Mine don't. So I will either make them a cool, refreshing lemonade and stick it in the juice bottles, or something that's easier is popsicles. If you don't have time to make homemade popsicles, I don't, but yet your kids like yogurt, if you buy the individual, you know those packs of 6 individual things of yogurts, if you cut a little hole into the top and you stick a popsicle stick in, or if you don't have that, use a baby spoon. Put a baby spoon in and then stick it in the freezer and let it freeze. And then you just have to peel back the top paper thing and then run it under a bit of warm water, and there you go. You got this easy popsicle. Now if your kids are lactose free and they can't do dairy, then, sorry, I dropped my paper. Then you can easily just make your own homemade popsicles. You can easily go to the store and find those popsicle molds, and you can easily do it that way, whichever is easier. And tip number 3 is chilled or frozen fruit. This makes such an awesome snack, whether your kid is teething. Teething is no fun. No matter the age of your child, teething is absolutely no fun. My oldest, when she was teething, she would get anywhere between 3 to 6 teeth come through at once. I know, right? I remember you hear about parents oh yeah, my kid's getting 1 tooth. Nope, my kid would literally get 3 or 6 teeth all at once, the poor thing. So anyhow, the thing that I did to help get her through that was chilled fruit. She loved to eat grapes. She loved her grapes. Now I realize grapes is one of those tricky kind of foods that if your kid is too young, they obviously have to be old enough to work on, to be able to eat a bit of fruit. But just stick the fruit in the fridge, and then when it's time for snacks or lunch or whatever, or if they're having a really bad case of teething, just slice the grapes up lengthwise. You know how the grape is about that? Slice it lengthwise. I often cut the grape into quarters, but I would slice it lengthwise because that's the safest way. I have read like so many articles on how kids can choke on grapes. So of course you got to be food wise, and you got to prepare the food in such a way where it's safe and your child can eat it. But of course you can do this with like strawberries or bananas. Like another great treat for kids is to like cut up a banana in chunks. Of course, if your child likes bananas, freeze a banana and then serve it to them frozen. Different stuff like that is an awesome summer treat that's healthy for your kids, and that's also fun to eat. Now, speaking of frozen foods, we all hate sticky fingers. Like, there's nothing worse than giving your child a popsicle and or ice cream or frozen yogurt, whatever the case is, and it drips and gets on their fingers. And then of course anything sweet will attract like wasps or bees. We don't want that. So if you I would suggest, this is so awesome, it's so handy to keep your kids' fingers clean, is to use a muffin cup. You know those muffin papers or cupcake wrappers that you can easily buy from the baking section? Cut a little or slice a little hole in the bottom and stick the popsicle into that, and that way you have like this little cup that goes around the base of the popsicle that catches all those little tiny sticky drips, and then helps to keep your kids' fingers clean. Tip or hack number 5, if I have my numbers correct. Tip number 5, I believe it is. And now this one, you don't have to, this one is not season related. Tip number 5, or hack number 5 I should say, is to get everything ready the night before. Let's say you have a play date, or you're going to the park, the beach, whatever the case may be. Get your diaper bag, get your treats, get your snacks, everything all ready the night before. Now I realize there are some things that cannot be gotten ready the night before, but do as much as you can. It could just be something as simple as making sure you have enough diapers in your diaper bag. Make sure you got wipes, you got soothers, you got chew toys, whatever it is you need. Get it all ready the night before. Now if you're going to be, like, say, having the type of an outing where you need food, then prepare as much of the food ahead of time as possible. Like, say, stick your juice boxes in the freezer. They will double as a cold pack. That way it keeps your food nice and cool if you're going on a picnic. And for me personally, I do this all the time, whether I'm just going for grocery shopping, or again, going to the park. It helps make it so you're not quite so rushed in the morning. Okay, tip number 6. Tip number 6, if I got my numbers right, is, okay, you're at the beach and you ended up bringing your car keys or your wallet and you have no clue where to stick them. Well, use a clean diaper. Might sound weird. It might be like, you might think like, ew, why would you use a diaper? Well, first of all, use a clean diaper. And second of all, that reaction is the exact reason why nobody's going to go snooping through a diaper looking for your valuables. They might rummage, like, hypothetically, worst case scenario, let's say some random stranger comes along while you're in the water and they're looking for money or your keys or credit cards or something. They're going to look everywhere except for some diaper that looks like it's loaded. Literally, like, who on earth wants to deal with a dirty diaper? So that is hack number 6, is to stick your valuables in a clean diaper. Sounds weird, but who wants to snoop through a diaper? Okay, again, at the beach, hack number 7. Hack number 7. Hack number 7 is to stick your phone in a Ziploc bag. That way, if, let's say, you want to bring it with you or something, you don't want to get it wrecked. If you stick it in like a little Ziploc bag, it'll help keep it dry, it'll protect it from the water, the sand, whatever the case is. Okay, hack number 8. You're at the beach, your kids are playing, running around, go in and out of the water, you get sand on your feet. There's nothing worse than getting sand on your feet and let's say you're needing to leave. You don't know how to get the sand off. Use talcum powder or baby butt powder. Just dust some butt powder onto your kids' feet or your feet and just easily wipe the sand off. It sounds slightly weird, but it works. It's kind of, I don't know, it just has like this magical property in it where it just easily helps the sand to come off. Okay, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I just counted up these hacks on and I realized I was miscounting. Hack number 9 is, okay, let's say you want to play outside. Take a fitted sheet and stick it over top of your baby's playpen. You have a little one, you want to be able to say read a book outside while your little one plays quietly beside you or whatever. You want to bring the playpen out. I would say, anyhow, take a fitted sheet and stick it over the top of the playpen. Now this is, of course, a fitted sheet made for a crib. Take this fitted sheet and stick it over top of the playpen. This will help prevent the sun from hitting your baby. It will shade your baby, and it will still allow for a breeze to go through the mesh netting that's on the sides of the playpen. It's so easy, and it just makes this cute little cozy nest for your little one to play in. That was tip, number 9? So I believe this would be tip number 10. I cannot count today, and I forgot to number my little hacks for you. So anyhow, if I've got this wrong, please correct me. This, I believe, is tip number 10. And this one is, okay, one of sunscreen. Now I realize when kids are little, like they're too small to use sunscreen on, of course, wear a hat, wear appropriate clothing to help it so that, 1, they're not too hot, and 2, keep sun exposure to a minimum. But once they reach to a certain age, you can use that baby sunscreen on them. But let's say by some odd chance, no matter what you do, your little one still gets a little bit pink. And you want to help relieve that little bit of like discomfort from the burn or whatever. So anyhow, take aloe vera juice, take aloe vera gel, and in ice cube trays, pour it into the ice cube trays and freeze it. And then once it's frozen, pull it out and then just gently rub it on the red skin, whether it's just a very mild discoloration or a full-on burn. This works for babies and adults because nobody wants to feel the burn. Now this one is, whoops, I apologize, I dropped my paper again. Oh, sorry. Okay, my second last tip for you guys is to say bye-bye to the bugs. Nobody likes bugs. We hate mosquitoes. And when you're outside all the time, like, you don't want to have to deal with like smacking yourself, as I've been doing throughout this entire video, because I did not put any bug spray on. But anyhow, with little ones, can be a bit tricky when they're really, really, really small. Like, you do not want to, like, no matter, bug spray is not good for you, let's face it. But anyhow, like, of course, if you have a newborn, I don't think this would work for that. This is more for like babies when they're a bit older. Anyhow, of course, do not spray bug spray on your kid. The thing that my husband and I do is, let's say they have a hat, their summer hat. Before you put it on your child, you give like 1 or 2 squirts of bug spray on the hat. You let the mist settle and all of that so there's no more fumes. And then when you're outside, you stick the hat on your child. That way you have no bug spray touching their skin. They're not breathing in any sprayed bug spray or anything. It's just already been stuck on their hat or their sweater, and then that way you can go for a nice light walk in the evening time, and you don't have to worry about bugs biting your little one. And at the same time, you don't have to worry about getting chemicals on your baby's skin, because that is, yeah, no, we don't want to do that. So I will rephrase that. I can reword that. You want to go for a walk, but yet it's extremely buggy out, whether it's mosquitoes, whatever. You don't want to get you don't want your little one to get bitten. Take the article of clothing. You take the bug spray and you spritz it down. Not crazy, but like a normal or whatever, like the shoes. You spray the shoes outside. You let all the fumes to get blown away. You bring it back in. With your kid wearing socks, you stick your kid's feet in the shoes. That way they have bug spray like protecting them. They have the bug spray protecting them, but it's not going to touch their skin, and they're not going to be breathing in the bug spray fumes. And then the last tip is to throw a little bundle of sage, I believe it's called. Yeah, throw a little bundle of sage into your fire pit. That is another great way to help repel bugs, but you don't have to use the chemicals. I'm not sure what it is in the sage that completely, sorry, that was a mosquito. There's something about sage that completely repels mosquitoes and flies and stuff. I'm not sure what it is, but they absolutely don't like the smell. So anyhow, those are my summer hacks for you moms or parents. And anyhow, give me a thumbs up. I hope you guys like this video. Let me know if you have any suggestions, tips, or tricks, or just in general, say hi. So anyhow, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome, wonderful day. Enjoy the beautiful weather. And remember, follow your gut, be you, and smile. Have a fabulous day. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.